Welcome back, racers and race fans. It is time to kick off our first ever Winter Rally Cross. As you will see in front of you, we have the bracket laid out, so if you want to pause this and take a second to see who is going to be competing against you, feel free. But as always, we're not going to waste a lot of time, so let's head to the garage and introduce today's drivers. Our first driver today is going to be Grateful Sam. He is driving in the Lancia Integrale that was weighing in at 37 grams, the heaviest car in this series. Our second driver that will be competing against him is Griffin Soul. Griffin Soul is driving the Sirocco GT24 that's weighing 33 grams. All right, up to the tunnel we go, and let's start the racing. It is time for race one. You can see the drivers are set. This series will be a 4-race series, meaning each driver will start in its position twice before we declare a winner that moves on. All right, drivers, as always, watch the lights. And there's the green light. We're coming down to the first turn. We have Griffin Soul with an early 2-car lead, but we have Grateful Sam trying to catch up. It looks like he is going in the tunnel. Coming out of the tunnel, what do we have? Oh, we have a spin, a wreck, and we have both cars crossing the line. Now, we will explain the point system, and we will show you guys in an instant replay with a slow motion of what happened and go over how this works. So coming down to the straightaway, we have Griffin Soul getting spun out by Grateful Sam. And if you look, we're going to freeze frame it. And Grateful Sam just nosed out Griffin Soul coming across that finish line. So him spinning him out definitely paid off for him in the end of this. So let's go ahead and press play so that we can see Griffin Soul did cross the finish line. So that will give him 1 point because he got second place. Now you guys will still see there is a -1 factor for hitting a train. If any one car hits the flatbed and shakes it, they will lose a point as always. All right, back up to the tunnel we go for race 2. In the tunnel, it's time for race 2. The drivers have swapped their starting positions. Grateful Sam is up by 1 point, so it's still anyone's race. Drivers, watch the lights. There's the green light coming down the tunnel. Grateful Sam trying to get an early lead, but Griffin Soul takes over him. And the second turn coming down into the tunnel. Let's see who comes out of the tunnel in first place. We have Griffin with a huge lead, followed by Grateful Sam. Clean run for both drivers. Nobody hit a train, nobody flipped. They had a great jump, huge distance. Let's check it out on the replay. Griffin coming down, he gets a little caught up on the outside edge, but he straightens himself out, makes a clean jump, giving him first. And Grateful Sam with a huge jump, clearing that finish line with no issues, giving him 1 point for second place. So we are now actually tied going through 2 races. Wow, this is a great first series. Let's get back up to the tunnel for race 3. We have the even scorecards. They are now back to their first starting positions. Let's see what happens. Drivers, watch the lights. There's the green. We're coming down. We have Griffin Soul taking a huge lead again. Can Grateful Sam catch him? He looks like he's trying to in the tunnel. What do we have? No, we had a great clean race until right there at the end, where it appears Grateful Sam does make contact with that flatbed. So let's go ahead and zoom in and see. You see Griffin coming down, straight shot, great driving on this run, straight jump, good work. Grateful does hit the train. Now, he did cross the finish line, so we will give him 1, and then we will take away that 1, unfortunately, but he will not get a negative. He will just get a 0. So there's our standings after 3 races. We have Griffin Soul with 5. We have Grateful Sam with 3. So either one of these 2 drivers can still move on to the next round. So let's head up to the tunnel and get to the final race. It is the final race. Both of these drivers know what's at stake. We, as fans watching, know what's at stake. Who will be the one that moves on? Drivers, watch the lights. There's the green light coming down. We have a dead even race coming into turn 1, but Griffin pulls an early lead, but we have Grateful Sam right behind him. Can he pass him in the tunnel? Here we go, coming out of the tunnel. Who do we have? We have Griffin with the first place win. Grateful literally on his bumper. Let's go ahead and watch the replay. We're gonna zoom in, but we do actually are gonna officially have our first driver moving on. Here we go. You can see Grateful Sam literally right behind him. Both had clean jumps, but Griffin Soul nose diving that end. Do you know he didn't let off that throttle one bit to make sure that he was going to be declared the victor of this first group? There is our scorecard. Our final score is Griffin Soul with 7 points and Grateful Sam with 4 points. That was an awesome start to this series, and I want to thank both of these drivers for coming out and giving it their all. Back here at the bracket, as always, we like to show and move on our victors. So there you go. Griffin Soul from Griffin Soul Diecast Motorsports is our first person to advance in this series. I want to thank you guys both. You guys sure set a high bar for the rest of these racers. So as you will see in the bottom left that is now highlighted, those are our two that will be competing in the next video. So as always, we want to thank everyone for watching, and we will see you guys on the next one.